Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oracle Mom Cafe. I am your host, Tony Price, and what we do here is we grab an Oracle deck, could be any deck. You're more than welcome to grab a deck with me. If you don't have a deck, that's fine. We can use mine and the card that I pull. But I welcome you to bring your deck to our podcast and pull a card and set with your card. And what we're going to do here is we are going to pull a card from Archangel Oracle cards. We're going to pull a card and see what our card is for today. And then we will discuss the message that we receive from this card, how it impacts us, what it means to us for this day, and how we can apply it to our path ahead. So let's go ahead. And if you brought your cards, go ahead and shuffle. A lot of times when you pick a card, it doesn't matter what deck it is. It really doesn't. Whatever your card is, it should expand off of my card as well. So they should go together quite well because that's just how the universe relays messages to us, right? It doesn't always have to be just one particular card or one particular deck. And whatever I have, you should be able to take the card that I get for you, and you should be able to compare that with your card to get a bigger message. That's why I said if you have cards, feel free to bring your own cards. If you don't have cards, or if you are driving or listening to this while you're making a cup of coffee to join us or a cup of tea, please do bring your drink and have a seat with us. I encourage coffee because I like coffee, but let me know what you like, what you enjoy. Anything that you like that makes you enjoy your time with us is perfectly fine. So, but I always say stay hydrated because that helps so much. All right, so our card today is teaching and learning. Your message is keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. So, our message today is all about what is it that you really enjoy doing? When we are teaching, when we are learning, sometimes when we are learning, it's not always what we want to learn, but we should always try to teach something that we love to do because that's where your heart is. That's where your true ability to connect to things are, right? So being able to teach what you love is very important because that's your strength that you're teaching. So this is encouraging you to keep an open mind. So when we keep an open mind, what this message is telling you is don't draw a box and put yourself in it, okay? Allow yourself to try new things. So maybe you are trying something for the first time and you're not sure if you're going to like it. Well, the first thing you got to do is learn about it, right? And see if you're capable of doing what it is that you're interested in. And then after you learn a little bit, you got to practice on getting your own comfort zone within it. And then once you establish your comfort zone, then you're expanding upon that. Okay. So what is it that you want to learn? Why do you want to learn it? How can you implement it into your daily life? Then you're going to look at learning from what perspective, right? What level of accomplishment do you want to achieve from learning this? I think it's important to make a list of anything that seems complicated too, because sometimes our learning, we might stop our learning because things seem too complicated in our mind. We might just say, "Oh, that's going to be so hard and it's going to be overwhelming and I'm never going to get it." And we just allow that mind talk to stop us from even trying. So, I think it's really important to write down what you want to learn, how you're hoping to learn it, why you want to learn it, and then what possibly could make it hard for you to learn. What are your fears? What are your worries about learning this, right? Because then you can tackle those one at a time. And eventually there won't be any fears. There won't be anything that you're worried about or concerned about because you will have met each one at a time, right? Versus feeling overwhelmed by it. And then expanding your learning. So learning the basics is important, but then what can you learn on top of the basics to make what you're doing unique to you? How can you make it work for you? That's the next thing I think you need to do when it comes to like learning is making it unique. And then after you learn it, and you make it unique for you and it becomes something that you can do easily, naturally, and it just feels right, then that's whenever you want to step into the teaching, right? Because when you're comfortable in your own skin, so to say, in doing something, then it's so much easier to be able to teach that to others because you fully understand it and grasp it, at least from your perspective, right? And then you can teach somebody how you did it, the steps that you did, how you overcame your fears, and then you could encourage them to do the same, plus add their own style and their own technique kind of thing. So, keeping an open mind is realizing during this card, during this situation, that things might come in and offer you a chance to try something that maybe you've never tried before. So you might not be too keen on the idea of trying something because it's not what you had planned or it's not what you thought of doing. But this idea coming in could be sent to you by someone with the help of the universe. The universe could be directing this whole situation in a way that maybe you were not prepared for. So that's what it means by being open-minded. Angel Radziel, or Zadkiel, sorry, Archangel Zadkiel is reminding you to be open-minded about the situation because if the universe is working with you, then certain things can take place that you may had never even considered. Okay, so that's why it says to keep an open mind. Being able to learn new things and inspire new ideas can go for any age level too. So don't feel like you're too old to learn something or you're too old to start something new because you're never too old, right? There's so many different options that you can do that you should never limit yourself by age. So don't ever limit yourself by age. Okay, so once you decide what it is that you want to do, once you decide how you want to do it, and once you make it uniquely yours to where it would be very hard for somebody else to come along and try to copy that, then you're ready to teach. So then, as we say, the student becomes the teacher. The universe will align you with others who are seeking to learn something similar to what you're doing. And so that is where your teaching will come in. So be aware that you will be teaching because this card says teaching and learning. So you will be teaching in the process, but have fun learning. That's the main thing. This card is telling you that you are going to be teaching and learning, but the first thing is learning, right? So have fun with your learning. Enjoy every step of it, and you're going to be a great teacher, right? So keep yourself positive. Your mindset needs to be positive when it comes to doing anything because negative talk will only put up barriers and it will only plant fears in your mind. So Archangel Zachiel was reminding you that the universe supports you. And if the universe supports you, then all you simply have to do is believe. I hope this has helped you today. Thank you so much for joining us for our podcast, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.